happy Memorial Day weekend to you. We're on our way to Destin today for a wedding reception this evening. And we've been to Destin plenty of times. We got plenty of geek vlogs from there, so you probably remember hearing me talk about Destin and seeing some videos from there. So that's where we're on our way to tonight. Now, just to tell you a little bit about the wedding reception this evening, it's going to be just a little bit different than what we're used to. The bride didn't really want a whole lot of formal events, like there's not going to be any bouquet throw or garter toss or anything like that. So anyway, we won't be doing any of that, but we will be doing the wedding party introductions. We're going to have, you know, the follow the bride dance and the first dance and all that good stuff. So it's going to be basically more of a party than it is a formal wedding reception. So anyway, that's usually what these beach weddings are like. This couple's also from Arkansas, so this is a destination wedding. And you know, we have a lot of people that live far away, you know, like Memphis, Tennessee. I've done some weddings with different people from there, and you know, we've had quite a few people from Alabama, Georgia, and places like that that just want to get married here in the Florida Panhandle. So a lot of the weddings I do are for people that aren't even from around our area. So anyway, it's about 3:20 now, and the reception tonight's going to begin about 6:30. But I'm going down early this evening just because I want to make sure that you know, I try to avoid a lot of traffic because everybody and their brother is going to be heading to the beach this weekend, with it being the official kickoff of the summer. So anyway, that's what we've got to look forward to. I'm also going to stop off and get some lunch here in a little bit. So I'll be talking to you in a little while once we get set up, and we'll talk to you then. Alright, I just wanted to show you what the temperature is today. That is, according to my thermostat here in the van, look at that, it's 100 degrees outside. So I hope it cools down quite a bit before the wedding starts tonight. That's going to be pretty nice if it does. So anyway, welcome to wedding season in the beautiful Florida Panhandle. Okay, we're in Destin now, and now you see why I wanted to leave early. Look at all this traffic. It's all beach traffic. So anyway, it's 5 o'clock now, and the reception is supposed to begin at 6:30. So I didn't make it here by 4:30 like I'd hoped, but we're only about maybe, I don't know, a couple miles away from the resort. So you know, traffic's moving, but it's moving almost at a snail's pace. So it's taken me quite a while just to get where I'm at now. So anyway, I'm gonna have to try to find a way to get over here in the right-hand lane in just a few minutes. But yeah, this is what you can expect if you come to the Florida Panhandle on a major holiday weekend. Okay, update for you right now. It's almost 5:30 and I'm a mile away from the venue. So yeah, it's taken me about 30 minutes just to go a little over a mile. So anyway, traffic is moving a little bit more than it was just a little while ago. I'm now doing about, well, I just did 10 miles an hour. I was averaging about 7 or 8 miles an hour. So anyway, hopefully we'll get there soon. You know, I could set up everything in about an hour or less, but I prefer not to because I hate to rush. But I mean, it can be done. So that's the good thing. So I'm glad I didn't wait any later to leave my house. That's for sure. Okay, we're here at the resort, and where the wedding's going to be is going to be right back over here. So it's now 5:40. I've got 50 minutes to get here and get set up and everything else. But the good news is I'm going to be able to park my van right up by the setup location. So destination on right. That's my GPS system, by the way, telling me that we're here. So anyway, I'll talk to you when we get set up. Okay, got set up in record time. I was really surprised about that. We'll talk about that later though. Anyway, here's my setup tonight. Revo 3, Revo 4 on the ground. We got the Revo sweep up. We got the JBL speakers. So I was actually able to set all this up in less than a half hour, which was a record time for me. Bad news is I had to set up in a hurry, but the good news is at least now I know that if I have to set up in a hurry, I can. So I've never set up quite that fast before. Ladies and gentlemen, can I have your attention please? At this time, it's time for us to announce our wedding party. And first of all, let's welcome our parents of the bride, Mr. Dale and Michelle Case, ladies and gentlemen. Next, we have our parents of the groom, Mr. John and Deb McFarland. Please welcome our bridesmaids and groomsmen. First we have Amelia Plumley and Ben Barton. Next we have Chelsea Vaughn and Brett Clausen. Please welcome our maid of honor and our best man, Claire Case and Jonathan McCoy. And now, ladies and gentlemen, let's give a loud and rousing welcome for our newest bride and groom, Mr. and Mrs. Brian McFarland, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time I'm going to ask our wedding party to remain on the dance floor for about 30 seconds, so that if any of you would like to get a group photo of this handsome group together, you may do so at this time.
Be careful when you hold my girl. Time changes everything with you. Through the ups and the downs. Oh, I will turn it out. To the left.
We got our dancer that's taking a show. She's stealing it.
One hop this time.
She's having a blast.
Right foot, left foot. Left foot, let's start. Charlie Brown.
Okay, she had some others come out and join her.
Slide to the right.
All right, you guys, we're going to do something kind of fun. Actually, it's a lot of fun, okay? We're going to find out some things about Brian and Chloe that probably none of you even knew about before, okay? What we're going to do, we're going to do what we call the shoe game. Now, let me explain how this is going to work, okay? What's going to happen is Brian and Chloe are going to switch shoes. Okay? Now, for we're going to put them side by or behind each other, rather, like they're sitting now. And here's how this is going to work. Okay? If the answer, I'm going to ask a question. If the answer pertains to Chloe, we're going to hold up Chloe's shoe. Okay? And if the answer pertains to Brian, then we're going to go ahead and hold up Brian's shoe. Okay? You got that?
It's a silver shoe, right?
Yeah, the silver shoe is for Chloe, and then the brown shoe is for Brian. Okay, that's how that works, all right? Okay, so here we go. Okay, who is the biggest flirt? Who is more romantic? Who said, "I love you" first? Okay, bridegroom's send-off. They got the sparklers over there, and the bridegroom's going to walk right through them. We'll be packing up here in just a little bit. All right, it's about 11:15 now, and on my way home, we're going down Interstate 10 right now on our way back to Pensacola. So just wanted to make a few notes about the wedding this evening. It went great, as you saw. And we actually ended things just a little bit early, about maybe, I don't know, 10, 15 minutes early. We were actually done about 9:50 this evening, so I was out there and packed up by about 10:30. So anyway, I've been on the road for almost an hour. But anyway, the shoe game that you saw, now that was something I had done about 3 years ago. That was kind of spur of the moment. One of the bridesmaids came up to me and said that the bride and groom wanted to do that, so we ended up doing that. And those questions that I asked were just about the exact same ones I asked 3 years ago. I recognized that. So the bride told me that they'd actually gotten them online. So anyway, that worked out good, and then I'll have to do another video and explain exactly how that works. You saw me give a brief explanation of it at the very beginning of the game, but we'll do more about that later and tell you a little bit more about that later. But it's a fun game. You may want to go ahead and incorporate it into your wedding receptions, give the bride and groom an idea on what they'd like to do. But anyway, let's talk about me being sort of late getting there. Actually, I wasn't late, but let's just say that I didn't have a whole lot of time to play around with. Now, I knew that it was Memorial Day weekend, and I knew the traffic in Destin was going to be bad. That's why I left early. I mean, I left my house at 2:30 this afternoon and had planned to be there by about 4:30, which, normally it takes about an hour to get from my house to Destin. Well, even with all that, I did not get to the venue until about 5:45, which you know, that only gave me about 45 minutes to get set up, and I was actually able to set up in record time. I was able to get everything set up in about 35 minutes, maybe 30 minutes. But here's the good thing, okay? The ceremony was actually late starting because the pastor was late. So here's a good rule of thumb, okay? If you're ever stuck in traffic like that, if you're running late, the chances are probably others are too. So just keep that in mind. But anyway, the ceremony happened on the beach, and the pastor didn't get there till late, so you know, so that kind of gave me a little bit extra time to get everything done. But even then, I mean, I still had music going by 6:30, which was my start time anyway. But still, that was a little bit too close for comfort for me. I hope that I don't ever have to set up that quickly again. But the rule of thumb is there, and this is something I thought about, is that if I have to set up in a hurry, at least I know I can. But it's not something I want to do all the time. So, you know, I always allow 2 hours just to get set up, get, you know, take my time getting set up, so I can sit back and have a drink and relax a little bit, you know, before the wedding starts. So anyway, but it all worked out in the end. That's the great thing. The bride and groom were real happy. They were just a wonderful couple. Had a wonderful group of friends and family, and just a great evening all the way around. So anyway, that's where we're going to leave this. And again, we got more gig logs to come. The summer's just getting started. So until next time, practice and enjoy.